No more guilt over snack time. You've got to try this bread. It's so good.
Hello. Now, I'm hoping this is my first video that goes better, maybe not seamlessly. I'm getting there. Every time I'm getting just a little bit better. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm getting worse. Today, high protein lemon bread. I love lemon. I used to think in my younger, stupider years that lemon, like everything had to be like rich and like caramely and peanut buttery. But as I get older, I love like fruit desserts, like especially the tart lemon. I love that. So I'm excited to try this because this one is only about 100 calories or so per slice. And how many? And about 10 grams of protein. So that's very good macros. And I don't think that I am going to change this much. We'll see as we go. Um, but I'm excited. And I got my mise en place, or however you say it. I've pre-measured is what I'm saying. So we start out with 90 grams. This one, I know that measuring in grams is much more accurate, but I'm not a gram person. I want ounces and cups just because it's easier in my brain. I have no idea what 90 grams looks like of flour. I do now, though. It's this. So we're going to start with 90 grams of flour. And then every time I go into my little speech about the whey, now this one called for whey protein and not casein whey blend. I mixed my own just because I feel as though it would just be better overall. I don't want it to be dry, and I'm afraid that the whey will dry it out too much. So this one is 54 grams, which is almost 2 scoops of protein, and then 30 grams of 0-calorie sweetener. So these are 8-ounce cups, so it's close to a cup of the 0-calorie sweetener. And then we have a teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, I already got my teaspoon out. Now, I know I've been doing, and I really want to do some videos on what's coming up. I'm excited. I am going to do some breakfast pockets coming up, maybe like some wraps or burritos that for lunch or dinner that you can freeze and pull out of the freezer on those busy days and have something healthy to eat. I want to make those. Those are delicious. Okay, and then we have 10 grams of, excuse me. Now this is sugar-free pudding mix. This is just vanilla. So this is obviously all the dry ingredients. Now, I don't know. Everybody has their own journey, their own weight loss, their own food, and things like this, even though they were healthy or high protein, it's like I would still have trouble eating them. I would still have trouble if it wasn't given to me at the right time of day, if it wasn't the right setting, like it was any food. So it's very nice to have freedom to now, like this is part of the reason of this channel too, is I wouldn't allow myself to try new things because I felt safe with my certain foods, and I would eat almost everything. It was just more like when I was allowed to. And so it's kind of fun now that I have broken free of that, to try new things that I feel free to eat throughout the day, that I don't have to wait until I feel like I can handle it, if you know what I mean. All right, so there's that. Now this called for the juice and the zest of a lemon, and I am not having a lemon in my house. I just didn't buy. Do you know lemon juice? I'm sure there's a difference. I'm sure a fresh lemon and their zest tastes better, but I'm going to be okay with lemon juice. But I did look up. One lemon has about 2 to 3 tablespoons in it, and I'm going to go for 3, just because it would give that extra lemony flavor, I feel. Obviously, the more lemon you put in, the more lemon you'll taste. I hope I don't need to explain that. A teaspoon of vanilla. All right. Now, this one does have a frosting on it. I feel bread always needs a frosting. I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't matter. It needs peanut butter on top. It needs protein frost. It needs something, jelly. Like, we always need a topping. We can't just have like a muffin like a plain top muffin is just sad. 100 grams, which is about a half a cup of almond milk. I'm sure any milk would work. But for the macros and what they put on the recipe. So let's just stir this up. Thus far, it's much more promising than those cookies. Okay, so this is all stirred up, and it did say put into a loaf, but it looks so tiny. Like, there is not a whole lot of batter in there, but that's okay. We're going to put it in, and we're going to cook this up for about 20 minutes. So I'm just going to put it in my trusty old toaster oven. And I love my toaster oven. It was given to me, and I didn't think I would ever use it, and I use it all the time. It's a wonderful piece of equipment. Which, like an air fryer, I want to be using mine more. I think I mentioned that before. Maybe not. That for chicken, I would like to try some like chicken nugget things, or chicken coated in. Did I put? Yes, I did. I was like, did I put my baking powder in? Because this is really flat. Terribly, terribly flat. So yes, I'm going to get this spread in the pan. See how little? Like, it's barely coming up the side, but I'm going to put it in the pan, and then I'm going to bake it. I'm going to bake it for 20 minutes or so, probably less, and then I'll be back to show you the frosting. Okay, so we have the bread cooking, and so I'm going to make the frosting while we wait. But you know what? I just experienced, and I'm sure you'd want to know. So the frosting is a Greek yogurt base, and luckily I have two of these because I have the one I opened, it was like cracked underneath the lid. And so it looked like it was sealed, but as I opened it up, it was cracked, and it was like really dried out. Like, it looked funky. So I'm hoping that Kroger, I'm guessing they will. They're pretty good about giving you a refund because there was no way to tell that it was bad. So I'm just glad I have more. So 30 grams of, I'm making half a recipe. I always find, as much as I love frosting, I always find that these recipes make so much that I would rather just make a half and then deal with that and maybe like have to improvise. We'll see. Okay. So it has 30 grams of the Greek yogurt, and then it said, so I'm doing about 3.5 grams of the pudding mix again, and then some more 0-calorie sweetener. This was 10 grams, so I got 5 grams in there. And I'm on the fence. I haven't been using this 0-calorie sweetener much. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if it's like too strong. Like, I grew up, drinking like the Diet Pop and stuff. So, but I don't know if it's just too strong of a sugar-free flavor for me. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe mix it a little bit with some sugar. Some of that it just might be a little bit much. Okay. And we need half of lemon. It says half lemon juice. I'm guessing they're half of a lemon, which I'm guess this would come out to about a tablespoon or so. Maybe I should have measured. Hindsight is 2020, everybody. But so this is what we have thus far. And then you just add some milk. I have almond milk here. So you just kind of add almond milk to make it the right consistency. And in the picture, she had it really drizzly. Like, it was almost like an icing. I wouldn't necessarily call it a frosting, but I'm just going to put a little bit in because I don't really want it dripping off of my bread. Do you like it drippy or do you like it thicker? Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, dumb. So, anyway, you know what does happen? I should have known. Is the pudding mix is starting to get thicker as I stir. So I can see why I will need some more liquid. But I'm going to let the rest of that, um, the cooking on the bread. And then, so let me try to show this to you. It's, there's not a whole lot in there, but it's kind of, it honestly does look like pudding. It just looks like a thin pudding. And I need to evaluate how thick or how thin would I enjoy this on my bread. But so far, I think I'm going to keep it kind of the thin pudding like consistency where you can spread it, but it will stay in place. So that bread has just a few more minutes, and I will be back to put it all together. All right, people, we are back. I'm having a day where I just want to eat. I am just just snacky today, and I don't know why. It's kind of annoying, like when you just can't feel satisfied and you just kind of keep snacking on, like, oh, I'll have some chicken, I'll have some of this and some. It's just like I just want to feel like satisfied. I'm not. I can't get no satisfaction. Anyway, back to the bread. I just wanted to show you because it looks really sad. Here's my little bread. It's very uneven. It was so hard because this batter was so thick to like really, it just kept sticking. And every time I tried to like even it out, here's my loaf of bread. I would not necessarily call it loaf, but it works. This looks more just like bars. I would say that this looks more like a lemon bar, but you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just try it all together. I'm just going to give it a little taste test. Just going to take a corner here, and we'll see what happens. um, let's see. Mm. Hmm. I do like it's not dried out, but as like I was saying before, I think the artificial that this sweetener is just a little bit too strong of the artificial taste. But I like the lemon. I like the soft, like it's soft. I like the lemon flavor. But I think I would try to either use sugar or use half sugar, or I know there's so many different kinds of sweeteners out there. There might be a better one, but I would give it a try because it satisfies that sweet tooth once again. And and I'll probably eat this whole loaf just because I can't seem to stop eating today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm glad this turned out pretty good, and I'm sure my kids will eat it up too. Have a good one. Bye bye.